Howdy and welcome to Wag to Whiskers. In this video, I'm going to spend some time talking about establishing some preferences for your feeds, supplements, feed times, and etc. that will make adding your feeding charts a quick and easy task. I have Daisy here who I've not created a feed chart, and I have a supplement that I'm not sure is in the system or not. If it is, then I pretty much guarantee it's not in the system the way I want it to be in the system, and I'll go into that. So I'm going to show you how to edit the settings so that I can get it the way I want it. First thing is, if I'm creating her feed, I'm going to add new food, and so I'm just going to quickly enter this and move on because I want to show you on the supplement. Okay, so I graded her food, and now I want to add to her list. She gets a gabapentin. And my guess is it might not even be in there, and it is not. So I need to add gabapentin to her supplement. The other thing I wanted to show you is the food that I have. Like for instance, she is under this Nature Select multi-protein recipe. But if I wanted to add a food, the challenge is that I have a whole bunch of items to search through. So I can always type in a item, Nature Select, and be able to find what I want. So that's always one way to do it. But there could be, especially if I've got a lot of animals, I want to be able to have my food that I feed. I only feed a couple different foods. I want to have that at the top of the list, always at the top of the list. So remember that when I talk about top of the list. Okay, I'm going to just save this for now, and we'll go back to Daisy here in a minute. So I'm going to go to my settings. So under settings, under food and supplements, there's a lot of different useful tools here. So the first thing is, this is going to show you what to see at the top of the list. So I'm going to deselect this, and I want my Nature Select. Here are these two items I want at the top of the list. I just clicked this so you can see them, but I just changed those to green. So that's all I did. Everything else, it can be there. I don't care if it's sitting in the list, but I just want those two items to always be on the top of the list. And then supplements, she gets this gabapentin. Again, I run supplements, I can search for it, but I know it's not there because it wasn't there before. Okay, so now I'm gonna add my gabapentin. So add new supplement. My supplement is, pentin. And one thing and that's why I said I knew it wasn't in there the way I wanted it, even if it was. There's pills that are 300 milligrams, there's pills that are 400 milligrams. She's on 400 milligrams. So I want to add that in here for the strength because I've gotten both before and it gets a little confusing. And each one is a pill. That's not even a pill, it's a capsule actually. And I want to show on top of the list. So I hit save. So now it's going to show at the top of the list. And if I want to look at anything that shows at the top of the list, that is the one item that shows at the top of the list. And I just reordered it. I just hit the sort here, and that's how I was able to see what the item was on the top of the list. Okay, now feed time setups. I have default these feed times. Now, maybe she's under some sort of strict diet and needs something at exactly 2 o'clock. So you could add a new feeding time and put in there 2 p.m. It's up to you. You could change all these and put times instead of AM, lunch, PM, and bedtime. You could go in and edit this and put AM and then put parentheses behind it and say 8 AM, that's a time. And then the same thing of units of measure. These are your food units of measure. Sometimes there's cups, but sometimes I've got it broken down here even further. So it just depends on how you want to do it. You could choose to give 1/2 of a cup, or you could just say I give I just do a 1/2 a cup that way too. So it's up to you. And then the same thing with meds and supplements. These are the supplement unit of measures that are defaulted. Has pretty much everything in there. Maybe you get something that I missed, but you'll pretty much have everything that you'll need should be in here. With that, I'm going to go back to my feed chart. I'm going to pick Daisy. I'm going to go to feeding, edit. And now what I did is, remember, I hit add new food. Remember, I now selected the New Zealand and the multi to be at the top of the list. The reason why multi is not showing up is because it's already been selected. It's right there. Any new dog would show both those two. And then the supplement or medication, I'm going to add a new one. There's my gabapentin. I'm going to save. and she gets one in the morning. And notice when I hit the next one, I just put my time and it defaults it to the same amount in the same unit of measure. You can always change it. Like I did here for lunch, she gets a little bit less than the other ones. And then the same thing with PM. And it's that easy. You do that, you've got your feeding chart, and if I need to go back and edit it at any point in time, I can quickly edit it, and I am good to go. I hope that helps you. Keep taking the best care you can of your pets. Cheers.